Veronica and Mike had been dating for 6 years and decided to move in together to a surprisingly below their budget house they had found. They decided to celebrate Halloween by hosting a big housewarming party in their new house. They invited all their friends and decorated the place with spooky props and lights. A chilling, misty October night arrived of the Halloween party, the mist adding an even more eerie atmosphere to the party. Their abode underwent a jaw-dropping transformation as orange and purple lights illuminated every nook and cranny, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls. Veronica, with her long blonde hair and captivating style, couldn't contain her excitement. "I can't believe how amazing this looks, Mike. You've outdone yourself this year. Our friends are going to love it," she exclaimed, adjusting her costume. Mike, tall and handsome with spiky hair, grinned. "It's perfect, just like you. Let's make this Halloween unforgettable." Their friends arrived looking all around in amazement at the decorations. As the night unfolded, the living room buzzed with laughter and chatter. The air was thick with the scent of carved pumpkins and the delightful fright that only Halloween Chatgpt bring. Veronica and Mike played the role of gracious hosts, ensuring everyone had a blast. Dancing to spooky tunes, playing games, and indulging in Halloween treats, the couple created an atmosphere of pure joy. "This is the best Halloween party ever. I'm so glad we decided to do this," Veronica declared to Mike. "Just wait until the grand finale. Our friends won't know what hit them," Mike teased. As the clock neared midnight, everyone gathered for a thrilling round of horror-themed charades. The lights flickered, and mysterious fog filled the room, setting the stage for a spooky surprise. "Did you plan this?" Veronica whispered to Mike, sensing something mysterious in the air. "Maybe I did." "Brace yourself," Mike replied, his smile holding a hint of mystery. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness, leaving only a single, flickering candle to illuminate the space. The air grew still as a ghostly figure materialized, gliding through the room. It was a friend, dressed in an ethereal costume that captivated everyone's attention. Some of the females let out a faint, freighted scream. "This is incredible! Who is that?" Veronica gasped in awe. "A little surprise I cooked up. Happy Halloween," Mike said, reveling in the success of his secret plan. The ghostly performance continued, mesmerizing the guests with its haunting elegance. As the figure vanished into the shadows, the lights returned and the tension dissolved into applause and cheers. "Okay, you definitely outdid yourself, Mike. This Halloween is truly unforgettable," Veronica laughed. "Anything for you, my spooky sweetheart," Mike replied, winking. The party resumed its lively atmosphere, and friends recounted the thrilling surprise. The celebration continued well into the night, making it a Halloween that would be remembered for years to come. At 3 a.m. most of the guests had left. Veronica was exhausted after hosting a big party. She and Mike decided to relax in the kitchen and have a nightcap. They were laughing and cuddling when Mike suddenly heard a blood-curdling scream. He jumped up and looked around, but Veronica hadn't heard anything. She assured him he must be hearing things. But then he heard the scream, louder and closer. Grabbing an empty wine bottle as a weapon, he decided to search the house, thinking maybe one of their friends was playing a prank on them. He checked every room, closet, and corner, but found nothing. As Mike kept insisting he heard screams, Veronica started worrying about his state of mind. He seemed pale and jittery, and his eyes darted around nervously. She tried to calm him down and suggested they go back to the kitchen. But then the banging started on the front door downstairs. It sounded like someone was trying to break in with a sledgehammer. Mike ran to open it, hoping it was the police or a neighbor. But as he reached for the doorknob, pulled open the front door, the power went out. The house plunged into darkness and more screams and bangs ensued, terrifying them both. Veronica grabbed a flashlight from a drawer and followed Mike to the open door. She shone the light on porch, but there was no one there. Just a smashed pumpkin on the porch and a trail of blood on the steps. She gasped and pulled Mike back inside. She locked the door and ran to the phone, but it was dead. She felt a surge of panic and wondered what was going on. She heard Mike call her name from upstairs. She ran to him, hoping he had found a way out. But as she reached the top of the stairs, she saw a ghostly woman figure in the darkness. She had long black hair, a tattered white dress, and a face that was a mere void of darkness. She stared at Veronica with a malevolent grin and reached out her hand. Veronica screamed and tumbled down the stairs, hurting herself badly wood floor. Mike finally emerged from the bedroom, holding a baseball bat. He had heard Veronica's scream and rushed to help her. He saw her lying on the floor, almost unconscious. He ran to her and hugged her, trying to wake her up. He felt tears in his eyes and cursed himself for not protecting her. To his shock, their friends then appeared laughing. They turned on the lights and revealed that it had all been an elaborate prank. Flickering lights, pumpkins' masks, and more to scare Mike and Veronica as revenge for Mike's previous night's prank. They also admitted the fake blood on the porch. They apologized for going too far and said they didn't mean to hurt them. Veronica, cradled in Mike's arms, asked about the ghostly woman at the top of the stairs. The friends strongly denied any involvement with any ghosts. Veronica insisted she had felt her cold touch and heard her whisper in her ear. She had seen her face, or lack thereof, and felt a chill in her soul. The friends laughed, accusing Veronica and Mike of trying to scare them again. The friends made sure Veronica was not hurt and apologized for the accident. Mike and Veronica laughed it off, assuring the friends that it was okay and congratulating them for getting their own back. The friends went off waving and laughing at a great night and couldn't wait to inform all the other guests that had left earlier in the night about their successful prank on Mike. Mike closed the door. Veronica wrapped her arms around his neck as he hugged her tightly, reassuring her all was well. She knew it wasn't a prank. It was something else. Something evil. They felt unsettled, holding on to each other for reassurance. Veronica smiled up at Mike. "Look at us," she broke out into laughter. "You tried to outdo each Halloween, making it scarier each time." She laid her head on his chest. "And our friends prank us back and we end up nervous reeks." She stepped back, laughed, and playfully punched his arm. They stood in the hallway, kissing deep and passionately. They broke away surprised as the power cut again and they heard footsteps coming down the stairs. Veronica leaned on Mike and looked in the direction of the stairs. Okay, you lot, it's late." The hallway suddenly became ice cold. They huddled in fear, realizing someone or something else was now in the house with them. Veronica looked up and saw the same ghostly woman she had seen before, but this time she was not alone. She was followed by a horde of rotting corpses, all dressed in old-fashioned clothes and covered in blood. They moaned and groaned as they approached the terrified pair. The previous owners of the house, who had died in mysterious and violent ways. The Boda realized the house was really haunted by restless spirits, and they were angry at the intruders who had disturbed their peace. She wished she had never bought the house, or thrown the party, or invited her friends. She wished she had listened to Mike when he heard the screams. She wished she could escape. But they were Boda froze to the spot. But it was too late. The ghosts surrounded them and attacked them with their claws and teeth. They tore them apart, limb by limb, and devoured their flesh. They screamed and begged for mercy, but no one heard them. No one came to save them. No one knew they were there. The next morning, the neighbors noticed the smashed pumpkin and the blood on the porch. They called the police, who arrived and searched the house. They found nothing but bones and gore. They were baffled and horrified by the scene. They had no clue what had happened, or who had done it, or why. They never found out the truth. They never learned the history of the house, or the secrets of the ghosts, or the fate of the victims. They never solved the mystery. They never got closure. No one never heard the screams.